Hello, and welcome to the strangest back to school night that I have experienced at Palisades. My name is Mr. Schlegel, and I teach your child's eighth grade history class. I also teach at Palisades High School, so I split my time. The mornings are spent at the middle school with eighth grade history, and the afternoon I'm at the high school with um, freshman history, economics. I have three classes that I teach there. So, want to tell you a little bit about what to expect this year from our class, from our classroom, and how you can be as big a part of that as you can be and you want to be. We have US and World One right here. So this is Canvas. When you or your child sign on to Canvas, they'll come to a home page. You will choose our history class, eighth grade social studies. And here is my home page. Now, I don't have a home page like, hey, welcome to Mr. Schlegel's room, for the simple reason that I want it to be as simple, as non confusing, and straightforward as possible. This is where everything occurs. Okay. Our latest assignments always appear, or, sorry, latest announcements always appear at the top of the page. And this is where our modules are. So I put a new module here at the top for the open house. One, you've accessed the video. And two, here is for you to get explanation how to access your parent and set up your parent observer accounts for Canvas. This is rather important, especially at this age. The kids, a lot of times, need a little prompting, time, from time to time, and you can see easily when that is and what's going on. You can see when we have projects, when we're working on things. By everything is listed in Canvas. Canvas is our online learning platform, but it's used just as much in the classroom as online. So here's what their Canvas page will look like. On the left, you see a lot of different tabs. You can use these, but announcements, like I said, the latest announcements up top. You can check past announcements. I'll have very few. And by very few, I mean there might be 8 or 10 announcements all year. Well, I try and get like maybe one a month at least, but um, the information is going to be in the modules. These are considered modules. Okay, it's where every heading is. Next is assignments. That's where the students' homework assignments, long-term assignments, short-term, all of them are there. What I try to do to make it very simple is also include the assignment on the day's module. And I'll show you what I mean by that now. Next, we have the online book. The student doesn't have their book, they forgot it, they left it at grandma's or in their locker. Well, not using lockers this year, so if they don't have their book, they can always access it online. Next, we have educational sites that we frequently use: study.com, Newsela. There will be a couple more added on to here, but again, we don't want to over inundate anyone with too much stuff, so we want to become experts at a few things rather than using a lot. Breakout rooms. Well, one thing I want to bring your attention to is you see these dots here are green. That means it's published. I'm not going to lie to you. From time to time, I've been known to publish or not publish something immediately, make a mistake. It happens. Now, these are, you have to publish the module in order for the inside link to be shown. So there have been times where, especially on a Monday, I may have published the day, but I did not have this published. Probably shouldn't be telling you my mistakes, but yeah, I'm human. I love it when the kids, you know, push them to reach out, advocate for themselves. If you're missing something, ask me. Teachers are human. We make mistakes. So here is where you'll find all our daily information. Now, you'll notice, like I was pointing out, these buttons here are not shaded in. That means it's not published. So this is next week. Okay, I'm already, have things set up for our class up through Thursday, because Thursday will be, if this loads quickly, there it is, the end. Our Middle Ages packets are due, and we're going to have a quiz on Thursday. Okay. If we show you a little bit about what we have been doing and so yesterday, when they go in, this is what the students will see, and this is what you'll see if you have an Observer account. Okay, we have an outline of what we're working on that day. So whether your student is in class, your child, sorry, my student, whether they're in class or sick or online, if they're an online student, and I do have both online and in class, you can look on here and see what's going on. So we have a thing in 8th grade called Fridays Are Awesome. We have a brief 10-minute video on important things going on in the world. It was very fitting. There was something on the Supreme Court with what's going on with Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the Supreme Court empty seat right now. So we had a good discussion about that in class. Then we went into the class. So we worked on, it was a shorter class, so worked on a coat of arms project that is due on Tuesday. And they had a second homework assignment to read part of a packet that they have and complete it also for Tuesday, just the one page. Being off today, well, the kids are off, we're not off. I wanted them to be sure that they knew they could reach out, wanted to meet in a Google Meet, or they emailed with questions, that we can always get together. Our Coat of Arms project is due Tuesday, Middle Ages quiz next Thursday. Just some reminders. Now, here's what I was talking about with the assignments. Yes, over here on the left tab, if you're looking at my cursor, you see the assignments tab, and that will take you there. But to make it more simple, to make it more streamlined, so they don't have to search for anything, when they click on that link, you see we're now in assignments. It took them right to their assignment, tells us how many points it's worth, 40 points, and when it's due. Okay, it's due October 1st. Now, this is worth 40 points because we've been working on it for a week. We could break it up and have each handout worth, 8 or 10 points, because I believe there's like 5 handouts. But we have it all in one packet. Working on it individually, it'll be worth 40 points. So that is a description of our individual modules. Going back to the home base, and our Canvas course. So you'll see everything that you need is here. Now, as we advance on in the weeks, I put the newest week at the top of the page so that they don't have to scroll down and find everything. If we scroll down here, you would see this was week 1, week 2, week 3. Now, beyond that, this is information from last year. Some of it gets reused, some of it doesn't, some of it won't apply. Every year is different. But we have information that will eventually will be teaching your child in some manner, in some form. You see people grades. Now, you don't have all necessarily access to all of this, but you can access your grades. We're not going to go there now because I'm not going to share everyone's grade on here, but that will go and it'll show you all the assignments and what grade your child got on those assignments. Our class right now, we just finished studying or finishing with Middle Ages unit. We will be getting into the Explorers next, and this class will take us all the way up through the Revolution, the formation of our government, and the emergence of America on the world stage. We go up until roughly 1823, just before Andrew Jackson's presidency. That is the course. Now, one thing that I want to strongly urge: you can keep track of everything your child is doing through Canvas, but the grades are recorded, final grades, here in Power Schools. Okay, you're going to come in, and I'll bring this up. When you come on here, you will see a list of assignments. You will see how many points they are worth over here, the dates that they were assigned, um, and that's really all that we're going to look at with this. But you can, when you look at this, you'll be able to see what your child scored on each of these. If it's missing, we have notes that we attach, whether it's just late, missing, didn't submit in the right place. Sometimes we attach to kind of guide you and tell you why your child got that score and tell them why they got that score. Now, the best thing that we can do to support our students and your children is for you and I to communicate well. Look on here as often as you can. If you have any questions, email me. We're on our computers all the time. So you email me, I will almost always, 99.9% of the time, get back to you within a day. Usually it's within a couple of hours. So communication is the best thing, and for you to stay on top of them. Check this. If they say, no, I don't have any work. Well, this is a good way for you to check on that. As far as how I run my class, I like it to be loose. I want to encourage the students to speak up. I'm trying to be a bridge between the younger years and the secondary education. Teach them to advocate for themselves and teach them that that's the only way they're going to get ahead. No one knows what they're struggling with if they're not going to talk, or at least it's a lot easier. So for that matter, I'd rather have them talking too much than not enough. I don't really usually have any issues with classroom management. If there's a behavior issue, I rarely use the office. I like to handle it in class. You'll be the first to know if having any disrespectful issues, but this is a great school. These are great kids, and the classroom management is the least of any worries, especially going on with COVID right now. The kids are being so fantastic with wearing their masks and following the rules in a difficult time. I'm very, very proud of them. I can be reached at rschlegel.org, rschlegel at palisadessd.org. All the email addresses are on the Palisades website. If you have any questions, I can be reached by phone through the district, but it's tough. Being a traveling teacher, I actually teach in 3 to 4 different rooms a day with the COVID situation. So it's a lot easier to get a hold of me by email. I will respond quickly. I know this was a very odd back to school night, but I hope it clarified a lot of things, and looking forward to the rest of the year. Thank you.